Also not the ideal scenario for Stuttgart, who played or were taking part in probably the best game of the season so far, or one of the best games. On Sunday, a 1-1 at home against Leverkusen, where Stuttgart has a terrific first half and almost was overwhelming Bayer Leverkusen, and then in the second half, Bayer took control. I don't know if you were able to see much of it, but I think it was, fascinating. And it was fascinating because the two teams really played great football, possession football, a lot of combination, a lot of one-on-ones, a lot of flexibility. It was so much to see there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I only saw the highlights, but I agree, and I spoke to a few people who saw the game who were all raving about the quality of the football, especially Stuttgart in the first half, because to dominate Leverkusen to that extent, I think was still surprising. Stuttgart continue to surprise us, and maybe they will surprise us all the way to beating Bayern in Munich when the two teams meet next Sunday. Huge game. But yeah, it shows that Stuttgart, tipped as the surprise package on this podcast before the start of the season, we should no longer be surprised when they're this good. But they were really incredibly good. So I think even the people who've been singing their praises were a little bit astonished just how much they could take the game to the best team in Germany so far, which was Leverkusen, or which is still Leverkusen.
Yeah, and Leverkusen showed it that they are the best team in the Bundesliga in the second half. And obviously, there is a chance to have some more learning Fußballdeutsch, because there was an important Kabinenpredigt by Xabi Alonso at halftime, because he was not happy about his team, and so he got loud, obviously. And what is Kabinenpredigt, Raphael?
It's a dressing room sermon.
Is it an expression that would be used in?
No, not yet. But we can establish it here.
Maybe when you translate it like this, it normally a predigt isn't aggressive. I mean, it's and what the Kabinenpredigt suggests is that you do this to people who were to pupils who didn't prepare their homework, and they get a predigt, and they got a sermon that they have to learn properly, and so on. And so that is a bit of the Kabinenpredigt idea. But Xabi Alonso was loud at halftime, as some of his players told afterwards. And I don't know if that was due to this noise he created in the dressing room, but in the second half, Bayer Leverkusen was fantastic, and they were very close to win it. But altogether, it was it deserved a win. And what we can see is I think it's good or fantastic for the Bundesliga to see two teams that try to play this kind of complex possession-based football with a lot of ideas, with a lot of creativity, and so on. And that is not Bayern, that is not Borussia Dortmund. So great. I mean, it's and I had my doubts, and I had them here in recent week here and then, that Bayer can win the title, but they really look good, and still they haven't lost a single game in all the competitions this season. Very impressive. Their last defeat for me, nice to mention was the last day of last season when they went down 3-0 in Bochum.
Which was a massive surprise at the time, but just shows you how strong Bochum really are.